How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, Faze Crypto, and today we're starting off the video looking at this interesting tweet from Justin Sun, something huge and amazing going about Tron and BitTorrent. And we'll be able to hear more about this on June 1st, and this is also sort of interesting with BitTorrent up 25.57%. And of course, Tron at a pretty healthy 13.12. And at the time of making this video, which is of course May 27th, 2018, we're looking at a current value of Bitcoin pretty much getting around that $9,000 level, which I know is a pretty juicy and sought after price for Bitcoin to reach, which I mean 8,700, nothing to turn away from at this point. I mean, BTC dominance at 56.7%, but more notably, I think that it's going to be pretty interesting to just talk about Tron. I mean, we'll start off with this article. So this article goes on to say Tron, the 11th largest coin on CoinMarketCap, noted significant growth on May 26th. The coin surging price caused a rise of BitTorrent's BTT price as well. Apart from the coin's performance in the market, the Tron Foundation released its weekly report to note the progress made in Tron's ecosystem and the developments to look forward to. The team noticed that they have completed testing on the proto buff check and on so I think that with a lot of these different things getting checked off, Tron definitely is moving right along. It's sort of breakneck speeds, and just looking at, I mean, the fact of the matter is, I mean, Justin Sun does have the power to shake the cryptocurrency space just with a single tweet. I mean, that much is clear. I mean, I do also look for that sort of power, leverage ability in a cryptocurrency, reputation. And I think that Justin Sun knows how to market himself. I've said this before. I mean, I do sort of see Zuckerberg and, these sort of, Justin Suns as the visionaries of our time, whether you like them or not. It's clearly very controversial figures, but at the same time, I think that it is interesting to see how they've been sort of responding to a lot of these different, a lot of these technologies that have recently become very much prolific. John McAfee is sort of one of those key interesting figures as well, that I'm paying attention to. This is definitely an interesting time to just be paying attention to this conversation. So John McAfee's cryptocurrency network, it's not what you expected. I mean, I've done nothing to see here, but now at the same time, I mean, these people like Warren Buffett and all these other crypto, people who supposedly are authorities on wealth building, I don't think they understand how the internet, is going to be playing a big role. I mean, obviously these are smart people. I always am interested in hearing what Warren Buffett has to say. I respect him as a entrepreneur, as an investor. Definitely an interesting person, but I don't necessarily see him as the authority on cryptocurrency that he might be. Obviously like Kevin O'Leary and all these other big figures who it's interesting to hear them weigh in on cryptocurrency. But I spend hours every single day just reading white paper, going over a lot of these different things, and I'm very excited to see just how these different things are going to be overlapping, especially in a time when we're seeing the current situation with the issues that social media platforms are running into, with data and all these other things, especially Facebook being right in the center of it. The fact that they've turned their attention towards cryptocurrency, I don't see it as any sort of it really isn't a coincidence. The real fundamental bones of it is that the paradigm shift is among us. And I mean, it's also interesting. I mean, I know, you probably have your own opinion about XRP, Ripple, and all these different things, but I see XRP doing its thing with the banks. I see Bitcoin doing its thing, and Tron definitely is interesting. I mean, now in the number 10 position, very exciting to see how a lot of these different things are shaping up. Of course, like I said, BitTorrent up there, making some serious gains, and I think that the history is really starting to build, the momentum and push these things forward, which are all very notable characteristics. Could we see a bull run in the future with Tron? I think that the possibility is there. I think that the potential does exist, and I'm very much excited to see where these things are going to be taking us in the near future. So it is pretty exciting. It is sort of like a GTA moment. Like a freaking real life Grand Theft Auto sort of thing. I saw that meme and it was pretty funny. But yeah, now I'm definitely excited to just see where these things go. And I think this video has been a pretty awesome opportunity to talk about a lot of these things. And it's very fortunate that we've actually been able to build this community around talking about the future of these things that are really going to be playing a big role, in society. So definitely don't sleep on all these different developments. It's really crazy to watch this stuff happen real time, in our generation. So it definitely is a monumental historical time to live. Right here, basically getting us, good idea of where this, Tron is actually going to be taking us, in the future. And I think that this is also a very good time to pretty much talk about Justin Sun as, his presence in the cryptocurrency world. Well, at the same time, it is rather a controversial one. I think that Tron, like all cryptos, are certainly up for the task of having to face up against the cryptocurrency, the overall, the paradigm shift as it continues to exert itself on multiple fronts. But I think at that same notion, we need to also have really develop the conversation around how these cryptos are actually going to be functioning in the real world. And I think that when we actually talk about Tron and the developments that have actually happened thus far, I think that it is going to be very interesting to see a lot of the things that are waiting just around the corner. And Justin Sun, now I know that there's people who have their own opinions on him. People have all sorts of different stuff but in general, I would say Justin Sun is a genius of our time. He is a Mark Zuckerberg sort of figure, someone who's people look to for the latest and greatest things that are happening in the cryptocurrency world. And I don't see that as anything to sneeze at. I think that it's going to be very interesting to see how these different players in the cryptocurrency space continue to develop and really nurture the reputations that these projects have garnered for themselves even up until this point. And I think that there's definitely going to be some pretty interesting things that wait right ahead. I think a lot of people are too lazy to put in the work and actually do the research when it comes to how significant this stuff really is. I poured through the data. I've gone through and read hours of just white paper and pretty much anything I can get my hands on when it comes to cryptocurrency. I'm very fortunate to have been able to been here from the beginning. And of course, Justin Sun announcing this Tron BitTorrent jump. It's just the next milestone. Obviously, Tron's not necessarily my first pick when it comes to crypto, but it's not my last either. If that says what I'm basically getting at. I'm very interested in seeing how this figure, cryptocurrency in general. And I think Justin Sun really is a genius of our time. Like I said, this article, Justin Sun, CEO, founder of Tron Foundation, surely knows how to keep the community glued. I think Justin Sun definitely does get credit where credit is due in that regard. He does know how to manage a cryptocurrency community. I would say one thing is for sure, the future is decentralized. And of course, it's interesting to see John McAfee tweeting out about Doge. I'm interested in Doge. A lot of people ask me my opinions about Doge. And I'm a fan of all cryptocurrencies. And, I'm definitely interested in seeing where the future of these decentralized things are ready to go. And I think Tron has positioned themselves in a pretty healthy way right in the center of that. So it's definitely interesting to pay attention to. But and of course, make sure that you guys go and connect with us on Twitter, that's at CryptoTuber as always. Of course, remember this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. We're always interested in hearing what you guys have to say, but of course, remember, I'm not your dad. This video is not financial advice, but all that being said, make sure that you guys subscribe and comment down below and let us know what you guys think. And I think this has been a pretty awesome video. Great opportunity to really iron out a lot of those different details that I know a lot of people wanted us to discuss. But I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys next one. Have a good one.